Possession feels like maybe in an alternative universe, it could be a scene from The Shining, if only Jack and Wendy decided to talk things out. So, what is possession? Well, for starters, and in most horror circles, it enjoys no doubt horror royalty status with a reputation hell-bent on leaving the viewer in worse shape than they found it, and in some ways, wishing they could go back in time and erase it from their memory altogether. Roger Ebert put it simply: to rewatch Possession remains one of the most grueling, powerful, and overwhelmingly intense cinematic experiences that you're likely to have in your lifetime. Those are big, big words. I think it's at times dreamlike, but also the most realistic display of anger and unattainable video violence put on film. If you've just picked up the brand new 4K from Second Sight, well, you're going to notice the following. The colors, blue and grays, brilliantly beaming yet flatly muted. The couple will circle and gnaw at each other like mice for a serpent. Family affairs, issues of the heart are weaponized and used as pawns, including scorned lovers, educators, and of course, offspring. Blood flows from open palms, fists, furniture, and electric knives. In so many words, 1981's Possession is pure domestic terrorism. Okay? It's that dream argument everyone in exciting yet toxic relationships can relate to but cannot escape. We've all had it when unfaithful sins of the flesh comes home to roost. And no matter how you try, and no matter what logic you try to, present, inevitably becomes an argument. And no matter what you say, any barrage of insults, hate, and the inability to reason becomes your problem. And in this film, you've lost her for good, and she's not coming back. I gotta be honest, I did not see this film in an age where it would have been beneficial. Now, I'm not trying to say that it wouldn't have been effective. No. This film deserves an audience of men and women who have been in their shoes, have lived and loved with reckless abandon, and have had things completely fall apart, have screamed, have beat their fist alone in anger, loved and lost. Remorse and regret, these are not waters for the timid or for the squeamish, and that's what Possession brings. When you've gone all in on crazy, when you self-sabotage yourself for relationships and you've lost valuable seasons of your life, this little film hits home. This little film hits hard. Real fucking hard. For those of you unfamiliar, I haven't scared away. Well, maybe there's something so universally appealing about the crazy, toxic relationship. At its core, that's the plot, ultimately. Taking place in Germany, the film follows a spy, Mark, who returns home to find his wife, Anna, has been seeing someone else, right? A tale as old as time. He can't believe it. He won't believe it, and he'll do anything within his power to fix it and make her happy. What he doesn't know is a universally accepted truth. You can't change a person's intention. That's one of the best life lessons I've ever learned. You're not going to fix something that someone they're hell-bent on not fixing themselves. If their intentions are to cheat on you and to find someone else, well, that's going to happen. No matter what you do or no matter how you act is going to change that. You cannot change a person's intentions. Try as you might, Mark thinks he's the exception to that rule, and that's really where punishment and pain come to fruition. This rest of this film plays out in shockingly surprising twists and turns and gross out gags, gore, body horror. It's a lot. Okay, Possession is a lot. It is a real tour de force and a benchmark for powerful horror films to draw inspiration from for decades to come. Chock full of all the typical behaviors and narcissistic personality traits you'd expect to find in a couple desperately trying to hold on. Flagrant usage of nudity, sexual pleasure, perversion, of course, the fucking F word. Peppered throughout this film. This is a staggering 2 hours and 4 minutes as its runtime, and you feel every single minute of that runtime. It is a grueling exercise in dramatic psychological tension that never seems to lose its grip, or at the very least provide the viewer with a safe word. Okay? Possession needs to be seen to be believed, and trust me, regret eventually fades away. But seeing Possession does not. This This is an all-timer. This is, like I said, horror royalty. Possession, ultimately, is an allegory for divorce. Anybody else been there? The film symbolizes how a crumbling marriage tears apart the self, giving rise to monstrous versions of what was once desired. The two become one. They culminate in a supernatural entity that embodies their shared madness. A terrified, tentacled creature from which Anna's double, Helen, and Mark's own shadow emerge, ultimately consuming them in a chaotic, despair-tinged apocalypse. Possession is a fucking film. But right now you're thinking, dude, Josh, how does it look? Let's talk about the 4K release. And I gotta be honest with you, I was not gonna upgrade this, but it was Second Sight. This is the Mondo release. I wanna say it might be a 2K scan. I can't remember, or it could be a 4K print. I don't remember, but point being, it looks incredible. It's one of those kind of like media books. I love everything about it. It's got great sound, great audio. Now, let's talk about this Second Sight release right here. This is the real deal. Okay, this is like a pound to 2 pounds. I don't want to show you just how big it is. There's a lot of jokes in there. Okay, this is no joking matter though, the size, ladies and gentlemen. Here's an Arrow release, right? Can you see? It's going to take multiple Arrow releases to even come close to how big this single Second Sight release on 4K, the Possession, is. It's incredible. It looks damn good. Okay, on 4K. I put it in, grip it and rip it. I didn't do anything to my settings. I just went stock, blown away. It looks so good. There's that film grain. I love things that are shot on film. I like my 4Ks that are going to be older movies to look like, I want them to look restored, but I don't want them to be like digitally clean. And this one has crazy good colors. When there is blood, it's brilliant. It's shocking. If you've seen this is a very stark, almost kind of like clinical setting when you're in the house and there's domestic things going on. It looks brilliant. It looks so fucking good on 4K. It just does. The 2 Blu-ray releases are region B. If you're not region free, you need to be. That's my only spiel there. My only complaint with this release, you guys, is the Dolby DTS audio. It's in mono. Is that the best they could get for this release? It might be. That's my gripe. Mono. Now listen, if I'm going to watch something like Madman, I'm trying to think of other like really old school, maybe The Burning is mono. There's a few movies that I have in mono. Asylum, I think, is mono. Old movies, mono, that's fine. This needs Dolby Atmos so bad. No, let's bust this thing open for you. Okay, inside, you've got the entire shooting script with notes. 211 pages of the shooting script. Everything you wanted to know about Possession, as far as like the way it was filmed and what they were going to say in the film, is in that shooting script. Then you have a book full of essays, 210 pages with photos. Absolutely incredible hardbound book. I can't remember if there's some gore in here. There's definitely some nudity, and there's some like mock-up designs of what the thing in the movie is. If you haven't seen Possession, I'm not going to spoil it for you. The phallic stuff, the weirdness, the creature, all of that smells so good. 210 pages. So right now you're looking at 400 plus pages of just like things you can read from Possession. So let's check out these lobby cards. I never know what to do about these, but there's the title. You got Sam, Neil, and Homeboy there. You got Anna and Sam, Anna with her neck, electric knife, the infamous train sequence. That, oh my God, dude, that sequence. This Possession, and then of course, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Then you've got the 4K here, that there's the front and the back, 3 discs, special features, hours, and I have not had time to get into it, I'm not gonna lie. There is so much in the special features realm, I couldn't even barely touch it. Just trust me that there's a ton in this Possession release. I now have like, between the 2 books and this release, like I'm set on Possession, I think, for life. Okay, I have so much Possession in my life. I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite movies. It's one that has to be seen to be believed for sure. If you've never seen Possession, let me just tell you that it's that good. It is very effective. The relationship and the couple and what they go through, the infidelity in their marriage, them trying to work things out. Of course, there is kind of other people that get involved, and maybe even lookalikes and The Offspring and like the Germany, everything that's going on, everything in this whole world is 2 hours, which sounds like a long movie, but when you're being punished with the violence that they inflict on each other, the things that they say, the way that it hurts as a film. It's painful. Definitely some trigger warnings for those of you that have been in relationships like that. It's damaging. This is a damaging film, and I fucking love it, man. I think it's absolutely incredible. I think that the girl playing Anna, her performance when she is like possessed into that train sequence is one of the best. I mean, I know there's memes about it and people like to make fun of it, but that is one of the best horror sequences, period. It is just so fucking good, dude, when she is just losing her mind, when she's trying to protect the thing she's trying to protect, and when she's trying to keep people away from it. There's a little Hellraiser in there too. I want to say maybe Clive took some influences from that, but that scene, the thing that happens, very Cronenbergian, it's brutal, man. It's nasty. It's just one hell of a great, effective horror film. And I think it's really ironic how the thing that they want to fucking get away from is the thing that they create and the thing that they must destroy. I think it's fucking perfect. The gore, outstanding. Sam Neill, incredible. Everything about it, dude. The score, all of it, everything. Perfect fucking horror film. Cult classic. We've now got it on brilliant 4K from Second Sight Films. I feel like it's going to sell out a lot of places. So nobody sent this to me. I had to buy it with my hard-earned money. So if you can find it out there, it's like $65-$68, something like that. But it is a beefcake edition. If you've seen the, is it Drive that they did on Second Sight? It feels like that. It's that big. It's that thick. Guys, if you're new here, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe button, comment, talk some shit down there. Have you seen Possession? When did you see it? Is it effective? Have you been in a relationship like this? Because let me tell you, if you've chased some people around in your life, especially redheads, you know what I'm talking about. Possession is going to hit hard for you out there. I love you. Take care. Until next time. Cheers.